This ebook is brought to you by Agenvard 1998. Related research. Although Jung placed only minor emphasis on typology, most of the research on his theory relates to his notion of types, that is, attitudes and functions. Much of this research has appeared in the Journal of Psychological Type, but we have chosen to limit our research to the Myers-Briggs and two academic disciplines, engineering and teaching. Interest in and attrition from engineering. Attrition from engineering seems to be a particularly acute problem given that nearly 50% of the students who start the major do not graduate in it. The two most common explanations are poor performance in weeding out courses and poor self-perceived fit with the prototypical engineer. A study in the Journal of Psychological Type examined whether personality type and fit predicted interest in and attrition from engineering in a sample of engineering majors at Georgia Tech. The researchers looked at 195 students, 72% male, enrolled in a known weeding out engineering class, electricity and magneticism, where 30% of the students traditionally receive grades below AC. The students completed the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI, Myers, 1962, in a laboratory session. Thomas predicted MBTI scores would be related to score on the final exam, grade for the course, and withdrawing from the course. As might be expected, results showed that as a group, the students were overrepresented on the thinking, 75%, introversion, 57%, and judging, 5-6%, scales. More importantly, students who withdrew from the course had high scores on the extroversion and feeling scales, with 96% of the dropouts scoring high on either extroversion or feeling. Interestingly, personality type was not related to course grades. In addition, Thomas found that students who were most likely to drop out were exactly the opposite types of those who were least likely to enter engineering to begin with. This result supports the congruency or fit theory of persons and organizations, which states that those who do best in certain professions are those whose personality type matches closest with those already in the profession. Personality type and interest in teaching. What kind of person is most attracted to the teaching profession? Research with the Myers-Briggs has consistently shown that, in general, extroversion, E, sensing, S, feeling, F, and judging, J, are the personality dimensions most common among education students and teachers. The SJ combination is particularly common among K-12 educators. Sensing types are practical, orderly, and concrete, and judging types are planful, organized and more likely to be guided by target dates and routine. Delight Willing, Kristen Guest, and John Morford conducted a study that examined 3 questions concerning personality type and teaching. 1. Are teachers different from the population at large? 2. Are Preservice students different from Inservice teachers? And 3. Are teachers who go straight into training following the undergraduate degree different from those who delay training by a year or more? Participants were Preservice Master in Training, MIT, students who had completed an undergraduate degree and who had received training to become a teacher. First, the researchers used the Myers-Briggs to compare educators with the general population. Results showed that the Master in Training students, compared with the population norms published in the MBTI manual, were much more likely to be high in intuition and feeling. Also, the Preservice Master in Training participants, compared with Inservice teachers, were more likely to be extrovert and intuitive. Finally, students who delayed teacher training were more likely to be intuitive than those who went straight into teacher training. Results of the studies of engineers and teachers may be a valuable source of information for college students.